So SOFI is making some big moves today, and the stock is showing signs of a potential breakout. I mean, I'm seeing SOFI stock, if we pull it up here, let's break down what's happening here. And whether you're new to trading or you're looking for sharpening your skills, understanding support and resistance is crucial. These are key concepts in technical analysis. As you can see, it's validating the support and resistance, and you want to be able to make informed decisions on this. Now in today's video, I'm going to break down SOFI's current price action, discuss how these support and resistance levels are identified, and explore what this could potentially mean for the future of SOFI here, just really in the near term. Now, that's not all for today's video. If you're eager to dive deeper and check out our A to Z lesson library, over 7 hours of content covering everything from technical analysis to fundamental analysis to our daily live trading sessions at Market Open, it's the second link in the description. So guys, if you're ready to enhance your trading knowledge, let's jump into SOFI and see what's going on. I love to see that we made this chart drawing yesterday. We said here, this support and resistance on SOFI that's been consolidating from left to right. Yesterday we had a video. We haven't covered SOFI much, but we made this prediction, this move, and it took place today. We see it recover up 6%, and this movement is a little bit longer. It didn't just all happen in a few hours. It took basically the whole day, starting from pre-market hours today to end of day. Now, how did we know that this was going to happen? Well, first of all, we didn't know 100%. We were just simply looking at all the probabilities. The first thing we look for in our three-step process for identifying good deals is the market. SOFI is in the financial market, which is not a bad market to be in. SOFI helps people with student loans, investing, banking, credit card, mortgages. It's kind of like Robinhood, but they're already into the credit cards, mortgages, and things like that more heavily. So they're a financial company, but they're also a tech company. They're based out of San Francisco. And you can also see, if you take a look at SOFI stock here, that their financials have been looking good. So before we get into the financials, some of the analysis and this support and resistance, just realize the market they're in is growing. So that's the first thing. The second thing is going to be the analysis. So the analysis is broken down to A, B, and C of the chart, the fundamentals, so the news, and then the financials. When it comes down to the chart, we were seeing this consolidation from left to right. It's been notoriously bouncing at this $10.50 price point and getting rejected at around $11.30. So as you can see, it did validate that level today at $10.50. It pushed up to $11 today and made one of those moves again. Now, as we're looking at the RSI, the MACD down here, so the charts, these indicators, we never rely solely on one indicator, but just looking at the indicators and putting them all together, we could state that it's still holding some bullish momentum above the EMA, but that the RSI and MACD are looking slightly overextended. So if we see a push up above this $11.50 range, that could indicate more bullish momentum. This previous resistance could act as a support, so that's another thing to note. But what's more likely to happen, I would imagine, is slight rejection here around $11.50. Maybe we see a pullback tomorrow before continuing up. So that's how I would see it with SOFI. Now, the chart is one thing. We could identify those movements. But when it comes to the news, SOFI has had some news come out. Let's take a look at SOFI. You got the financials there, which we could jump into next. Let's actually do that. So take a look at the financials. This is basically B. So you got A, the chart, B is the financials. Year over year, revenue's up 20%. Net income is up 593%. So you can see their net profit margins looking good. Their earnings per share, their ratios are looking good, and you see them beating their earnings consistently. Now they have some upcoming earnings, I believe, which we'll be taking a look at as we normally cover again in Stock Meet. And we were just looking at some earnings today with Tesla. You could see some of the earnings that were coming out, and we're following those as the earnings call and the financial results have been there. But when it comes to the SOFI earnings, if they continue to grow and continue to have these types of earnings, it will be very good for the company. Now, when we're looking at SOFI, the most important thing that I'm going to be looking at outside of the good financials, then we're looking at, okay, what catalysts do they have? So that's when we jump into the news. Now, there's a $5 billion loan deal that they just locked in today. According to the Motley Fool here, SOFI announced another multi-billion-dollar loan platform deal that will allow the company to grow without taking much risk onto the balance sheet. Now, you could see Travis Hoyam explains why this is great for the company and where it could show up. So there is this breakdown, and they talk about some differences between Netflix and SOFI. There's a whole video and everything else. But the reality is that when we're looking at this deal here, this could essentially mean that they're going to increase revenue even more in the near term. So look at their recent articles. They got some news here on their sites. They don't maybe cover the investor side here on the news as good. I think I might need to go over to an investor side of the website to really see what's going on there. But from a perspective of the news, it looks fairly good. They got good financials, good news. Now, if we see them break out above this 1150 range, that would mean that previous resistance could act as a support. So we'll be watching for a breakout, absolutely. But I think what's more likely to happen, we could see a sell down here. It's good to see that it's been staying consistent, true to pattern. We'll just have to see if it holds up and if any opportunities present themselves at market open tomorrow. So we'll be watching it closely. Again, if you guys ever want to join us in our live sessions, it's a second link below to join us there at market open. Now, if I earned your thumbs up, hit the like button. If you guys have any questions or comments about SOFI, drop them below. Do consider subscribing, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Take care.